Hello, meine Damen und Herren. Here we are finally. Yes, it's me. It's the end of our Beethoven journey throughout the week. This is day number 5 of 5. And as promised, here we are with our, I don't know what you call it, our sort of, well, it's not a gala, but sort of gala reaction, I suppose, for Ludwig, his 250th birthday. And tonight we are going to listen to, react to, perhaps his most famous, perhaps greatest in scope work, I suppose, the Ninth Symphony, the Choral Symphony. Slight change in my plans. I was planning to do a reaction to the entire symphony. Then I realised that actually, if I did that, the amount of time it would take me to react, then do all the technical things I need to do, editing and all that uploading, it would just become prohibitively time consuming. And I probably wouldn't get it up, or risk not getting this uploaded to YouTube before sort of midnight, really. I mean, the day 4 yesterday and day 3 the day before. On day 3, I had meetings that got in the way, which meant I was uploading much later than I wanted to. And yesterday, again, it took so long to shoot everything I needed to shoot, then edit it and upload it. It was much later than I wanted it to be to appear on YouTube on my channel. So tonight we're not going to do that. But what we are going to do is we're going to listen to the entirety of the final and most famous movement of the ninth, possibly the most famous movement of all of Beethoven's symphonies, or any of his works, the actual choral part. So anyway, here's the details if you don't know the details. So it's Symphony number 9 in D minor, opus 125. It was composed between 1822 and 1824, and then first performed in Vienna on the 7th of May 1824. Now, this means that in our sort of Beethoven periods, basically, where we've been putting our works during the week, we started on Monday with the sonatas, piano sonatas. We moved on Tuesday to the concertos. Wednesday we had one of Beethoven's few vocal works, the great Missa Solemnis, the opening movement, the Kyrie, which is contemporary with this, the Ninth Symphony, both 1824, late period Beethoven. And last night day 4, we had a quick sort of survey, bare bones survey of the symphonies stands without the ninth. So we had 3, 5 and 7. And here we are at the ninth. Late period Beethoven, 1824. Of course, Beethoven died in 1827. So composed not many years before his death. I think he was only in his 50s, actually. So not an old man by our standards. I suppose back in the early 1820s, reaching your 50s was probably possibly not the norm. But anyway, 250 years old, or at least his soul is, which is presented to us in his music all over the world. So of course Beethoven's never really gone, has he? He's not actually dead, because he's with us all over the place, in film music, adverts when you're out and about, shop music, the lift, our iPods, our iPhones, streaming services, nights like this, reaction channels. So, as with all true great artists, Beethoven pulled off the trick of a kind of immortality. So, yes, I've said it before, I'll say it once again on this final night. Happy birthday, Ludwig. I don't know what many of us would do without you and your great work, your great music, the monumental feat that you achieved, in some respects above all others, even some of the great composers you admired, Bach, Haydn, Mozart. So anyway, enough of my gabbing. As you can see, I have dressed up. I have my best black jacket, my best crisp white shirt, and my best, I do like red, I must say, a bit like Beethoven, the famous photo, which I'll stick up here somewhere. He's got his lovely red scarf on while he's composing away in the paintings. I've got my best Italian silk jacquard woven, what is that? What's that pattern? I can't remember what the pattern's called now. Anyway, a little bit of flank points anyway. But anyway, that's enough of me. I'll probably still look a complete mess. Still got this thing, which I need to get rid of. So, yes, here we go. This is the movement you're listening to, the final movement. Where are we? On the old phone, of course. So, hang on. It's gone quiet now, so I'm trying to find. Hang on, where are we? Hang on, I can't find the actual name of the movement, the official name. Let me go back and have a look. See, these little technical problems. They're here to send. They're sent to all week gone fine. The final reaction. And I'm being thrown a curveball. Where are we? I'll do. Bear with me a minute. There might be a bit of a cut here. Right, I'm back. I found it finally. So this is the presto, basically. It's a little bit complicated. It's the presto. It's got the sort of the cellos and double basses sort of talking to each other, introducing a new theme, and then we move on to the bass and the singers, obviously opening up with the famous "O Freunde, nicht diese Töne," no more of these sounds. Friends, no more of these sounds, I think, is the correct translation there. Wenn Freude schöne Gotte funken Tochter aus Elysium. Anyway, here we go. This is a bit of a historic recording from 1964. I think this is the Philharmonia Orchestra in London, and the legendary Otto Klemperer, the great Beethoven conductor, in his older age, but fantastic rock steady. And this is one of my favourite performances. Full stop, to be honest. So I hope you enjoy it if you've not seen it before. And here we go. 3, 2, 1.
nicht diese Töne, sondern lasst uns angenehmere anstimmen und betreten Feuerfunken, himmlische dein Heiligtum. Deine Zauber binden wieder, was die Mode strenge treibt. Alle Menschen werden Brüder, wo dein sanfter Flügel weilt. Deine Zauber binden wieder, was die Mode strenge treibt. Alle Menschen werden Brüder, wo dein sanfter Flügel weilt. In der großen Vorstellungen eines Freundes frei zu sein, wer ein Gottes Leib errungen, ist es sein. aus Elysium. Tochter aus Elysium.
And that, as they say, is that. That's the end. We've come to the end. It's been a very interesting week for me. I don't think I've ever spent 5 days in a row listening to so much of one composer's music and nothing else in that 5 days. And all the different instrumentations, concertos, sonatas, the different forms, symphonies, vocal works. I've never done that before, not in such a condensed, compact period for an entire 5 days. So it's been interesting to do. I've enjoyed it. I've listened to lots of things. Like I said, I haven't heard this for so long. I haven't seen this recording for so long, just because of time, So it's been fantastic. You've been wonderful. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope my bedroom conductor hasn't put you off too much. I can't help it. I get so excited, which is the whole point of the music, isn't it? And just believe me to say, happy birthday, Ludwig. We all love you. And thanks for the music.